Yesterday, we posted a video about the lack of a firmware update for the Canon EOS R5 Mark II as well as the EOS R1. Well, it looks like that video shook the rumor tree because today we have an updated post. Is the battery issue holding up the firmware update, or is it something deeper? Well, I'll answer these questions in this video. But first, I have a simple and yet humble request. Please subscribe to this video. It doesn't cost you anything, it helps this channel grow, and it keeps you informed on the latest camera gear. Earlier this morning, Canon Rumors provided us with an update on why we haven't yet seen that firmware update promised for the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. One of the big issues for the EOS R5 Mark II shooters is the battery performance in moderate to cold temperatures. And just to interrupt, when Canon Rumors is talking about moderate temperatures, we're talking above freezing. We're talking around the 4 to 7 degrees Celsius or around 38 to 46 degrees Fahrenheit. The camera will show the battery is fully charged, but the camera will die almost instantly. A lot of the time, this is corrected by simply removing the battery and reinserting it. As I said in yesterday's video update, it's been a very cold winter here. There's been very few days where the temperatures go above zero. In fact, for a lot of the winter, nighttime temperatures go down to -20, and daytime, well, they rarely go above 10 degrees. And I gotta say, with my R5 Mark II, I haven't really had any issues. There was one time, but there were some other circumstances going on that I wasn't able to validate. But time after time, I've been out in the brutally cold weather, and I was actually out yesterday in the same brutally cold weather trying out this new lens from Canon. Well, it's new to me. It's the 24-70 f2.8, and I didn't have any issues. Not one at all. Everything worked fine. So this particular battery issue is not affecting everybody, but a select group of people, and enough that, well, it's generating a lot of bad press reminiscent of the Mark I with the overheating. Canon Rumors didn't leave things there, and there could be something deeper than a simple software fix, and an issue with the battery would likely delay any sort of feature updates. We don't know this for certain, but this certainly makes sense to us. And true, that's certainly plausible. But we also haven't seen a firmware update for the Canon EOS R1 yet. And that's notable because that camera is much more fully baked without, well, I'm not aware of any issues or complaints with that camera, other than price or the lack of 45 megapixels, which we're not going to go there. So with the EOS R1 in good shape but no firmware update, but the R5 Mark II in bad shape and no firmware update, could it be because of a deeper bug that's holding things off? Well, I'm not 100% sure on that. It could be that this is just a really major firmware update, as Canon Rumors has said. And with any major update, with the number of fixes, with the amount of testing, with the things that can go wrong, because when you do testing, it's not just a simple matter of, yep, all those work. It's like, yep, oh, no, that one didn't quite work, so send that one back to software. This one didn't quite work. Well, let's check out with hardware. Let's talk to them, then send it back to software. And this can happen multiple different times. So just because we don't have a firmware update for the Canon EOS R5 Mark II, it could be a result of a deeper bug, sure. But the R1, which is in essentially good shape, also hasn't received a firmware update. Now, why would Canon hold up delivering a firmware update for the R1 because of the R5 Mark II? I'm not so sure. But Canon Rumors did say that they managed to get evidence of a firmware update in the real world. So they know an R1 firmware update is coming soon, but nothing on the R5 Mark II. Canon Rumors also apologized for getting things wrong about the timing of the firmware update, about setting expectations. But you see, that's one of the joys of covering news and rumors on this channel is sometimes you get things right, sometimes you get things bang on, and sometimes you get things right, and then Canon, for whatever reason, reprioritize the effort for certain things, which changes the dates and times, and even some projects are actually canceled before they make it to the light of day. I touched on this in yesterday's video, talking about what goes on behind the scenes with rumors. And if you want to watch that video, then it's about 3 minutes long on that segment, and it's noted in the chapters. I really do love covering this work. I really do find it fascinating. And I had a sense that yesterday's video would shake the rumor tree a little bit. I don't think we're going to have to wait too much longer for a firmware update. There are a lot of niggly bugs in the system. And I noticed just one last week when doing a live stream. I talked about that in yesterday's video as well. I talked about a bug with the autofocus system. So there's lots of bugs. I think that any major update is going to fix a lot of things because, again, we're only talking about the third update of what could be 10 plus updates. Take a look here. This is the Canon EOS R5 Mark I, and we can see how many firmware updates and the cadence of those updates. And turning our attention to tomorrow, well, I'm going to provide you with an update on the lack of third-party full-frame lenses for the Canon RF mount. Could we be getting something very soon? Well, stay tuned to tomorrow. And for those members who are interested in a behind-the-scenes look, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of this lens, this Canon RF 24 to 70 millimeter L image stabilized USM f2.8. Yeah, I saved the f2.8 till later because this might have to be in my roadmap. Now, the reason why it's members only is because it's not a polished review. It's just my initial thoughts. Once I've got more time, actually, I have to send it back to Canon today. I've only had it for the weekend, and I didn't have the best shooting scenes. But the one thing I wanted to test, I was able to do. So members only, this is available to you. So consider checking out my membership levels if you're interested in behind-the-scenes content. And if you're not, that's fine. Once I am ready to do a full review of this lens, I'll let you know. I'm not one of those people who likes to do lenses on day one because I think you really have to use something and live with it day in and day out. I might have to wait till I actually purchase this lens before I can do that. Now, the Canon RF 50mm f1.4 VCM, I've had that one for several months. I've got a review scripted, but I still haven't shot it. Why? Well, because there's a few things I want to test a little bit further. When it comes to gear, I think it's really important to have it in your hands and to use it before you can give it a proper title that has hands-on review in it. Anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in. Have yourself a great day, a great week, and we'll see you again soon. And hopefully, if you're living in the north somewhere in the world, hopefully things are starting to warm up. It's freezing cold this morning. I think it's what, I don't have my watch on. Let me take a look on the computer. I think it's somewhere around -14. And yes, it is. So hopefully things start warming up soon. But from what I can see in the forecast, tomorrow things get just a little bit toastier, going up into the plus, and maybe the day after that we even get some rain to wash away some of the salt stains. That would be nice. Anyhow, thanks so much for tuning in. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you again soon.